Hi, so it is time for us to go ahead and let's say continue to build our header, and I think in this video we are going to finish it if we didn't face any problems on so on and so forth. And by the way, quick note that I have closed Safari because I want to stick with Google Chrome. I think we are going to use the developer tools a lot, and Safari developer tools not that great, so I'm going to stick with Google Chrome developer tools. So I have noticed something very behind the scenes, by the way. Like here, if you take a look on our navigation, okay, we can see the space here on top of the LI. It is not the same space here on from the top and bottom. It's not aligned correctly. And let me right click and choose inspect. Here we have the header nav, which has the height of 5 rem, right? So if you take a look on it, we can see it's been highlighted. If I select the direct child, which is the nav content, well, we can see it has it's been also highlighted, but we can see we have some space to the bottom, okay? Well, we have different ways of solving an issue like that, okay? We have a lot of possibilities that we could go with, okay? Well, the easiest one is that this nav underscore content does not take the entire height. Now what we can do, we can make it take the entire height, and that will solve the issue. So let me prove that for you. So here's my nav content. I'm gonna say height to be 100%, give it a save, going back. Now it's been aligned, okay? So now the space are equal. So this is the one of the solutions that we could go with. But if you don't feel happy with it, let me save it. Now we still have the issue. Let me show you another way. By the way, this is the way that I have added. That was the best practice that you could follow, okay? Because we have got to the problem immediately. We have solved the issue from itself, not made our own solutions. Now if you select your header nav, we can use a flex box here on this one right here in order for us to center the direct child, which is the nav content. Let me show you that. So we have the header nav. I'm gonna say display to be flex, and I think that will solve it. Let me see, and indeed now we have it. It's been solved. Okay, and by the way, I'm just gonna delete it because this is not my favorite approach. This one, give it a height, it will solve it, and this is, I think, the best practice that we could go with. Okay, so this is for the navigation. I'm sorry that I'm keep adding CSS code, but again, we are trying to identify issues and try to solve them as well. Now it's time for us to add this box right here. It's a very basic one. Let's go ahead and do that. In our HTML, here inside my header hero, what I will do, I will create a div, call it let's say hero box, hero underscore box, and in this box what we have an h1, p, and an a. Okay, so h1, I'm just gonna say hero underscore title, and okay, I'm just gonna use any text like that, and paragraph, I'm just gonna call it hero underscore disk for description, by the way, and I'm just gonna say what I've said right here. Okay, well, order food from your home. I know this is something stupid, but again, it is just for the demonstration purposes. I'm gonna add an a that says hero underscore link, and it should say order now. Okay, that's been added. This is how we are gonna see it. Okay, this is our our markup. Now it's time for us to style it. So on my header hero, I'm gonna style each one independently, so it would be hero underscore box like that, hero underscore title, and the same for the description and the link. Okay, so basic CSS selectors like that. Well, first of all, I want to identify this issue right here where we have this white space that's been added below the navigation. Let me show you this one right here. We want to go ahead and fix it, of course. And this issue comes from like the default margin that was added to the H1. So I'm just going to disable it. So I'm just going to say margin. So margin 0, but we are going to change it later, not now. We can see that solve the issue. Now what I want to do, I want to position my box correctly. In order for us to position our box correctly right here, we want to use we could of course use a grid or flexbox here, but this is not like the best we have to do a lot. Okay, we have to use grid template columns, a lot of rows and so on. Instead of creating rows and columns, we are going to use the positioning, like using the absolute and the relative stuff right here. It's, I think, much easier for me to do that. So what I will do, first of all, the header box, I'm going to give it position to be absolute. That will make it absolute. Okay, we can control it, push it here and there. And here what I will do, I will push it from the top. Okay, like 35 or something. So I'm just going to, let's say, I'm going to push it 22%. Let's see. And we have it right here. Okay. And by the way, when we say we want to push it to 25 from the top, then this 25 will be relevant to the first HTML tag that has the position relative. So let me go to my markup and explain that. So we have this hero box has position absolute, and we can push it from the top 25%, right? So this 25% will be relevant to the first let's say parent tag that has the position relative. So in our case, I want to push it 25 from its parent. So that's why I need to give our header hero a position relative. Okay, so my header hero will be position relative, just because I want to push my header box relevant to the header hero. Okay, and as you can see, this is how it's going to look like. And also I will push it from the left to be like 30%, maybe. Let's see. Okay, that there we have it right here. Okay, now in order for us, by the way, you have to push it like this. And now what we can do, we can use the transform translate to perfectly align this one. By the way, once you give it from the top and left any values, you need to add this properties. Transform like so, translate, and we have to give it minus 50% and minus 50%. Why we have added this property? This property will ensure that these two properties will be perfectly added. Okay, because if you add just push it only from the top and from the left, that like will not be perfect. You have to like cut it using that translate like so. And by the way, again, like I think I have it. Wait, let me just check my box right here. I just want to ensure, because from the top 35. Okay, I have just checked the values that I have added, because I really don't remember. That was, I have built it like 5 months ago. Again, I have flipped these values. So here it should be 30 from the top, 35, and from the left, let's go with the 20 and let's see. And there we have it right here. Okay, and by the way, feel free to customize these values. Okay, feel free to go ahead and push it however you want. Okay, because like some of you maybe will like to push it here, add it here, and so on. Well, I'm not gonna like force you to any values. Feel free to add your own values. However, what I will do here, since this box been added right here, I'm gonna move to what I will do. I will go ahead and increase or focus on this box right here. So first of all, I will change the color to be white. I will increase the font size to like 4 rem. Let's see. Okay, we need more, like 6 maybe. Yeah, now I like it. It is much nicer. I will use the text transform to be uppercase. I will convert all the letters to be uppercase. Okay? And I can add letter spacing, space between these letters. Letter spacing to be 2 pixels. And there we have it. We have a space between the letters. Now we can focus on this part right here. Our header description. First of all, I'm going to reset the margin. So margin, okay, margin like so to be 0. Okay. And I need to, I'm going to change the font size to be like 1.2 rem. Okay. I'm going to use the text transform, but I'm not going to set it to uppercase, but to capitalize. That will go ahead and capitalize the first letter of each word. And I think we can change the color if we wish to something. Maybe we can use, yeah, I'm gonna, well, we can leave it like this because I'm not really interested in that. What I will do also, we can add word spacing if we wish, but I'm not gonna do that. But let me show you how to do that. We can say word spacing to add space between the words. And let me show you 5 pixels. We can see we have a space between the words. Just make it easier for the user to read what we have wrote. And we can see we need to push it from like the bottom just to add a space between it and its own link. So I will say margin here, and the margin I'm going to modify it. Margin from the top to be 0, from the left 0, from the bottom to be 2 rem, and from the left 0. Take a look on it. Here's how it looks like. Okay. And now we can style our button, our link. I'm just going to say padding to be like 0.7 by 1.2 rem. I'm going to add the background color to be tomato. Well, I think it's not a good option, but I'm just going to say white. The color, though, should be tomato. And border radius to be really high value, like 100. And the text decoration should be none. Give it these properties, and okay, the border radius, it's not been applied. 100 pixels. There is how it looks like. Of course, we could just say the font size just to grab more attention. Okay. There we have it. I think we can increase the padding. Yeah, and I want to do 2 more things. The first one, like I will change the font size here. And also, I'm not happy with the space from the bottom right here. We can increase it like 2.5 rem. And also, let me see. Okay, we can capitalize. We can add shadow. Well, let me see. Okay, we can align our button right here, and let me show you. If we go ahead and open the developer tools and select our hero box, we can see that everything been aligned, but what's make our button it's not seems to be aligned is the shadow, is the the radius. It's very high right here, but well, I'd like to keep it consistent with our buttons, our links right here. So I will ignore the alignment. I'm gonna focus more on using reusable buttons. So well, we can use it like so. But again, feel free like to reduce the radius if you don't like it. We can keep it like this, or in my case, I'm just gonna add this like so. And even you can, for example, decrease the font size here again and again. Don't like use the same values as I am doing. Just like feel free to add your own. That will make me really happy, and I just want to see what you guys came up with. Okay, so with that being added, I think we are almost finished with our box right here. Okay, I think the entire header is finished. We can go ahead and focus on more stuff. So hopefully you like it. Thank you my friends so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another one.